Hi there, and thanks for taking the time to watch this video. And if you're at all like me, you'll be intrigued by what Robert Kiyosaki calls the business of the 21st century. Intrigued with options that you have um, to change your life. And when I first saw this kind of an opportunity, I was like, wow. And so throughout this video, I want to actually interact with you by asking you, obviously, some rhetorical questions and also give you some information to get you thinking about how you can actually change the current situation that you find yourself. So uh, let's start off with just asking a couple questions for you. And that is, are you at all dissatisfied with where you find yourself right now in life? I mean, like, are you unhappy maybe at your current job? Maybe you would like to spend more time with your friends and family, but you can't do that because of time commitments for your job. Or maybe you're just looking to upgrade your lifestyle. Maybe just looking for a little bit extra income to buy, those little extra things that we run into in life. Or maybe you're just sick and tired of living from paycheck to paycheck. One of the things that got me was that, I just realized that our culture's plan of the what we call the 40-40-40 plan, and that is working 40 hours a week for 40 years, expecting to retire on maybe, if you're lucky, 40% of that income. It really isn't a good plan. And so much of our culture just works and relies on that. And I'm part of the baby boomer era, and we've been told when I go to retire, is there even going to be any Canada pension left? Or if you're from the States, is that true of you? Is there going to be any pension left? Um, well, I want to present to you that there is an option. And I'm sure that you have dreams and goals for your family, as so do I. And the question is, are you going to reach those goals and dreams unless something changes? I love the saying that goes, if nothing changes, nothing changes. And sometimes change hurts. It's difficult. A lot of us aren't used to change. But look at the alternative. I have a friend who just recently was laid off from his workplace after working just over 20, 25 years, I think it was. And he was a year and a half away from getting full retirement and got nothing. So I want to introduce you to a company called GanoLife. You may or may not have heard of GanoLife yet, but it began actually in 11 different countries, specifically two here in North America, just in March of 2013. And I'm actually an independent distributor of GanoLife. So in the remainder of this video, I may refer to GanoLife as we or maybe us or something like that, but I in no way want to give you the impression that I own GanoLife. I'm just an independent distributor. So let me ask you a question. Another question. Do you drink coffee? Or do you know anybody who does? How would you like to earn coffee every time one of your friends drank coffee? And then every time every one of their friends who drank coffee and every one of their friends and so on and so on. I mean, of course we would. But you might be sitting there saying, well, I don't really like coffee. Well, we have more products than just coffee, but that's what it's been built around. We have hot chocolate and tea, hot beverages that people like. And I know there's been many times I've sat in a Timmy's or a Starbucks. I've seen how many people go up to the counter time and time again while I'm sitting there thinking, wow, if only I could make a penny off of every time somebody went up and bought a coffee. Wow, that would add up. In fact, did you know that there's about 2 billion cups of coffee served around the world every day? And if you, in fact, were to get a penny every time someone consumed a cup of coffee around the world, that would be $20 million a day. And that coffee actually is the second highest traded commodity next to oil. And coffee is actually, too, the second highest most consumed beverage next to water. GanoLife in its first year is projected to sell more than $150 worth of product in just its first year. So the question is, well, how are they going to do that? You know, there's a lot of overnight, fly-by-night companies. What makes GanoLife a little bit different? Well, Gano has also joined the health and wellness industry, and they actually produce a coffee that's good for you. And so now when people see us drinking coffee and they tell us, hey, that's not good for you, actually, it is. Our coffee, GanoLife coffee, is good because our coffee products are ingenious. They have enriched them with an herb called Ganoderma lucidum. Actually, I've been told it's one of the most, if not the most publicized nutritional product. If you were to Google Ganoderma lucidum, the hits that come up are amazing. And so we're using the number one habit on the planet, drinking coffee, to help people consume a healthy product. So see if you can fill in this statement. An apple a day will keep the doctor away. In fact, there have been recent studies, and I Googled this to find out, there's been actually recent studies that have proved that if you ate an apple a day, you will in fact see the doctor less frequently, just by simply eating an apple a day. And we've known that saying for years, haven't we? So why don't we eat an apple a day? Well, we all have one excuse after another. But how many people do you know actually forget to drink their coffee every day? Now, I'm sure there's some people that may choose not to drink today or whatever, but people don't forget to drink coffee. It's really not likely to happen. So what GanoLife has done is they've taken this habit that people do every day, drinking coffee, and they actually now put good nutrition into the coffee so that every time we're drinking a cup of coffee or hot chocolate or tea, as I mentioned, or consuming another product, we have capsules as well with just nutritional value to it. You're now taking good nutrition. What an awesome idea. So what then is a good question you might have. Then what does Ganoderma actually do for you? Well, just to make it clear, GanoLife does not make any claims or say that by drinking our coffee it's going to cure you of any illnesses or anything like that. I want to make that clear up front. But Ganoderma is actually known to do a lot of things, to support the immune system, to oxygenate the body. It boosts energy levels. It provides more than 200 phytonutrients. It supports blood circulation. It detoxifies the body, supports restful sleep, and the list goes on. And I'm wondering, in that little bit of a list I read, is there anything in that list that you think would help to improve your quality of life, or actually those that you love and care about? And like I said, there's all kinds of studies on Google. If you Google that, and you can find them. You can find the value of Ganoderma. And I've got all kinds of stories too that I could share about what Ganoderma is doing for people. And so GanoLife has a proprietary process for their Ganoderma. And it's unlike, there are other companies that use Ganoderma, but it's really unlike any other Ganoderma out in the marketplace. They grow it and cultivate it in the U.S. It's USDA 100% organic. And then they get that, and then they enrich it, like I was saying, with our coffee. And our coffee is of the best premium coffees in the world, cultivated by experienced artisans. And so we have a variety of different coffees, from all the way from black to 3 different kinds of cappuccino, a mocha, a latte. We now have the first on the market from any company who produces Ganoderma in their coffee. We have a product called Supremo, and it's actually a ground coffee that you can now percolate or put in your slow drip coffee maker, and it also is enriched with Ganoderma. And I mentioned earlier, we have hot chocolate, we have Ganoderma capsules, we have something that's called cordyceps. We even have green coffee capsules for those people who want to begin to start losing weight and the value that that brings. And Dr. Oz has talked a lot about green coffee and the value of that. And so these are a lot of products that we have right now for people to choose from. On newer products to come out on the marketplace. I know eventually we're going to be bringing some shampoo and hair conditioner and so forth. So if you're serious about your health and seeking the best results from Ganoderma, you need to look no further than the Ganoderma that we have in GanoLife. And so right now I'd like to take just a few minutes and talk about the money-making opportunity that comes along with GanoLife. As Robert Kiyosaki said, the business of the 21st century is actually network marketing. If you know anything about that cash flow quadrant that he talks about, the employee, the self-employed, moving over to the other quadrant of the big business and the investor side, it takes a change of mindset and a change of skill set to move from the employee and self-employed over to the big business and the investor side. And so network marketing, as he says, the business of the 21st century, is a business that I would encourage you to really think seriously about getting involved in, because it is a vehicle, as it were, to get into and to drive towards your goals and dreams in life. And so let me ask you yet another question, and that is, what would you do with an extra, let's say, $500 to $1,000 a month? And then what would your friends and family members do with that kind of an extra income? You see, in network marketing, you're just not in business by yourself. You're in business with other people. And, you know, I have a friend who owns a car dealership. And he does very, very well in that car dealership. And really, he's the only one that benefits from all of the income that he makes. You know, he might have a friend like myself who he really likes, but I'm not involved in that business with him. I could be an employee, but that's it. I'm not in business with him. But this opportunity of network marketing with GanoLife can generate an income not only for you, but the friends that you bring into this opportunity with you, because we all work together. So, as I've already indicated, GanoLife is brought to the marketplace by using a profession that's been around for, I've been told, some 70 years. And it's all about networking. And, you know, it's like this. If you go to a movie on the weekend, and whether you liked the movie or you didn't, you're going to go to work on Monday morning, or as you spend time with your friends, you're going to tell people about the movie that you watched and how much you liked it. And so let me take that even just a little bit further. Let me say that you love to fish. I love to fish. And so let's say I go down to my local Walmart store and I buy a fishing rod. And I go out and buy that fishing rod and I use it and I love it. And I tell maybe my next door neighbor or the guy I work beside on the assembly line, or my brother, or a friend on my baseball team, or whoever, and I tell them, you know what, you need to go to Walmart and buy this fishing rod. It's awesome. And so they go down and they buy themselves this fishing rod at Walmart, and they begin to use it. Well, here's the question. Does Walmart send you a check in the mail because you referred a customer their way? Absolutely not. In fact, I've never ever even seen so much as a thank you card from Walmart for telling people to go and shop at Walmart. Well, GanoLife does. So as you begin to consume their products and you see results in your body and you enjoy them, you begin to refer people to purchase the products, and then you get paid for that. This is called network marketing. And just a little bit of a tidbit of information here. In 2012, the global sales in network marketing is reported to be $167 billion. $167 billion. That's a lot of product moved in a method called network marketing. really, you have three different ways of bringing a product to the market, and that's retail sales, going to Walmart, direct sales. There's some companies that go door to door and that kind of stuff. And this is called network marketing, buying it through a network. In fact, here's what some people in this profession of network marketing say. Warren Buffett, and according to Forbes, his net worth is only $53.5 billion, right? I think this guy knows what he's talking about. And he said, after purchasing a network marketing company, he said it was his best investment he had ever made. I've referred to Robert Kiyosaki already a couple times, a self-made, about an $80 million heir. And he said if he had to do it all over again, he said he'd start building a network marketing business, which he said is a revolutionary way to achieve wealth. Donald Trump says good things about it. The list goes on. So where does network marketing companies, specifically GanoLife, get this money to pay people? Well, first of all, GanoLife is not a sales organization. Okay, it's more, as I've already mentioned, a marketing organization. So let me just take a couple minutes to talk about marketing. Although I'm not an expert in marketing, we'll call this maybe marketing 101. GanoLife has a great product, and they decide as an organization, how are we going to bring this to the masses in the marketplace? How are we going to tell people how to do that? And so they decide to bring it through network marketing. Not all companies do that. So let's take a pair of Air Jordans, for example. I've been told that if you actually go to the manufacturer in China and purchase those shoes directly right at the door where they make these, I've been told that you'd pay around $20 for them. But to get those same shoes here at a retail store, those shoes first go to a national distributor, a regional distributor, to a local distributor, and then finally to the retail store. And now you're paying what? $180, $200, $220. And so there's been this markup through this chain of distribution. And so everybody who touches those shoes gets a cut of pay, makes a profit. Also, network marketing doesn't do any kind of advertisement. I mean, if you look at Costco, for example, I've never seen an ad for Costco on TV or a billboard or heard one on the radio or anything. It's 100% word of mouth advertisement. And in fact, you've heard of Costco. Where did you hear it from? Probably a friend or a family member. In fact, we have to pay to shop at Costco. So if you're like me, though, I pay the membership fee. I go in, I buy my goods at wholesale price. I purchase way more than I went in to buy, but I come out as a happy camper. But here's the question. If Costco paid you every time one of your friends began to shop at Costco, do you think you could make a half-decent part-time income just on the membership alone if they paid your referral fee? What if Costco were to pay you, not just if someone bought a membership fee, but they began to pay you a percentage on everything that person you referred, on everything they bought? That would be a really decent full-time income, wouldn't it? Well, again, that's exactly what GanoLife does. GanoLife is the manufacturer, and they put the middleman profits then into our pockets for life. Residual income. And every time you bring someone through this word-of-mouth marketing who purchases these products, right from the black coffee to the cappuccinos to the capsules, every time someone who you refer, who they refer, purchase a product, you're earning an income. It's an awesome concept. GanoLife is projecting, we're in 11 countries right now, they're projecting to be in 100 countries as time goes on. And the question is, well, they're actually forecasting as well about 100 million consumers in the next 5 years in all of those countries. The question is, how many of those consumers would you like to be drinking coffee because you share with them, or their friends, or their friends, or their friends? Exactly. So how many people would you like to be consuming one or more of GanoLife's products because you introduced it to them. I feel the same way, a lot. So how do you get into a position then to start earning money from GanoLife? We at GanoLife like to say, get in where you fit in. We do not ever want to convince people or push people to get involved. We're not salespeople. We are sharing an idea, a concept, an opportunity, a product to benefit. It's actually redirected spending. How much money does a normal person already spend on coffee? It's amazing. And in order to stay active in this business, in other words, active means that you can earn some kind of an income. You only have to purchase $50 worth of product per month to remain active. So that would be the first thing to realize, is that $50 a month to stay active, plus your shipping and tax, right? But I can get into a lot of details about the compensation plan and that. In fact, behind me here on the whiteboard is a lot of details. But we could do that later. But the first thing to remember here is that there are no initiation fees to join GanoLife. As you get involved at whatever level, you're purchasing coffee and or other products, and then your shipping and taxes go on top of that. But we like to say, if you're really serious, you get involved as a business builder, and you get involved in what we call an X pack. There's an X1, an X2, and an X3, and the X1 pack actually starts at $200. And by the time you add shipping and tax, it's about $240. But with that, they actually give you $230 worth of products. And you can go all the way up to an X3 pack, and we can talk about that later. But again, I don't want to get into all the complexity. But you purchase this product, and that gets you involved. That gets you into the vehicle, as it were, to move forward towards your goal in life. Your dreams and so forth, towards that, let's say $500 to an extra $1,000 a month. And by buying this X pack, it now puts you an opportunity to share with others. And as others begin to get involved, you make a bonus if you enroll them as an X pack as well. Up anywhere from $25 to $150 bonuses are there. And then with each X pack, with each purchase of products, you earn points. And as you build a right team and a left team, points are generated. You get percentages of that as an income. And again, not to get bogged down. But I would be happy, more than happy, to show you how the compensation plan works. In fact, I'd love to show you how you can be in the best position, the position to earn $500 to $1,000 a month. I think a great, reasonable goal to get started. So, in a nutshell, it brings us to really kind of a decision time. And I could go talking about all kinds of things, but you really have, like, at this point, 4 different options. And that is just to do nothing. And if you're okay with the 40-40 plan, hoping that you're going to be able to retire on what you're putting away, or if the pension plan, whatever. That's number 1, do nothing. Number 2 is you can actually purchase our products and just consume them for the good taste and the benefits they bring. Or the third option, as I see it, you can purchase and enjoy the products and then begin to share them with others. Not on a real big time basis or anything, but just begin starting earning a little bit of an income. Or the fourth way that I would suggest is to jump in and to lock arms with me. You see, as I begin to help people in this opportunity, I just don't want to enroll you, as it were. I want to help you. This is all about helping one another. And so this fourth option is you purchase the products, get in at a level that is good for you, enjoy the products, consume the products, you share the products with a lot of people. And you begin to do this as a business. And I commit myself to people that I help to join into this opportunity to teaching you and to help you be successful. So this decision to be made, there's 4 options, are totally up to you. But my question is, what are you? A number 1, a number 2, a number 3, or a number 4? I'd love to hear. Give me a shout. Give me an email, a text, or whatever. But let's chat about your desire, at least looking at this opportunity and finding more information. You can contact me. I'll put my contact information here right at the end of the video for you to contact me. But I encourage you to do so and find out more information on how we can get started and start living, as it were, our dreams and goals for ourselves and our families and our friends. Our friends can be a part of this. So I look forward to chatting with you. And again, I'm not trying to push, convince, or anything like that, but love the opportunity to chat. Take care and make it a great day.